Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Carrie, and here on Caring with Carrie, we talk all things kids. I'm currently 21 weeks pregnant with our first baby, and we just had our gender reveal last weekend. If you didn't see the Instagram live, I streamed the gender reveal live, so you can go check it out over there if you want to see the whole thing. My name over there is Caring with Carrie, just like on here. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and include a clip that my friend actually took of just the kicking of the football thing, so you can see that here.
It's ready.
Jacob, is it a boy or a girl? Oh, now you switched to boy. Okay, here we go.
I think you're good right there.
Ready? Here we go.
Yeah!
So yes, it's a girl, and we're so excited. We were not expecting that at all. We have boys that run on both sides of our family, and we definitely just like weren't ready for it. But we have already named her because we had names picked out prior to the gender reveal. So Tyler's mom actually had onesies made for the gender reveal. So Charlotte Ann is what we are naming our baby girl. If it had been a boy, he would have been Bryson Lee. So we're keeping this one. I think we still want to use that name if we have a boy, if and when. Tyler said we're trying until we have a boy, so well, I should say when, I guess. So this video is going to be a bit of a bunch of different things. I had a 4-hour doctor appointment yesterday that was very mentally taxing, and I want to talk about that and all of that I found out. But first I'm going to get to just a few things that we've gotten for baby this week, either from the gender reveal or with the money from the gender reveal. So one of the biggest and most special gifts that we got was a lifetime hunting and fishing license from one of our dear friends. It was on our list, but it was something that we were going to, you know, just kind of wait on until after baby was born. And I think you can go up to like maybe even 2 years without the price changing. So honestly, it wasn't something that we had pushed to the front burner. That was an incredible gift. Obviously, we can't officially, like until the baby is born, we can't officially get them that. But they provided us the paperwork and the check and everything, and that was so sweet. And they also actually gave us some other things as well. So there's this company called Grow 5. I feel bad that I don't remember their mission. I know that they have like a good cause that they donate to, or maybe they donate shoes. I'm not sure, so go look their company up. But their shoes grow with your child. So the shoe is adjustable up to 5 different sizes. So she got the size that was the smallest, and you can adjust it as baby grows. I think it's actually probably out in the largest size, and I think I can make it smaller. May have to watch a tutorial on how to use these. She asked me if I wanted these when I suggested them for her little boy, and so she got them for me. And I'm all about sustainability and minimalism, so happy about that. And she also got me some really cute baby socks. I'm not sure if we'll use them or not. As you know, I have realized over the years that baby socks don't stay on, but they're really cute, so if we need socks and we're in a pinch, we'll get those. But I did actually have come in the mail today these little booties, which I talked about in my registry that we're going to be using in place of socks. So these ones are all fleece. Let me zoom in on them. So we've got the white or the cream, the tan, you know me and my neutrals, and the brown. Neutrals and solid colors, that's what we're going for. I don't want a whole lot of prints. I don't want a whole lot of bright colors. We're doing neutrals. So these are perfect. They snap, so they actually stay on the baby's foot. Focus again. So it snaps open, and it looks like they actually have 2 ways that you can adjust it. And it opens up like this. You can just put the baby's foot in, put this top over, snap it closed. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And they're very soft. They're incredibly soft. And I know that they will be warm, especially because when Charlotte is very young, we are going up to Massachusetts to visit family for Christmas, so it will likely be very cold. We also got some wool diaper covers. Now, the ones that I've gotten before, like I have this one, I can't remember if I've shown it or not. This one is a size 2. It's probably not going to be able to be used until later. This is supposedly a size 1. Like, okay. Amazon, y'all. I know Etsy is more expensive, but I might have to go with Etsy just because, like, what? This is so big. So big. Like, okay, here's the onesie. This is a 0 to 3. I don't know. I just feel like it's big. Okay, anyways. Here's the other one that we got. It's a little bit smaller. We'll likely be getting a lot of use out of this one of all of them. But I have also decided to go ahead and get a few all-in-one diapers to make my life easier in the beginning, where you just like slide an insert in and take the insert out, and yeah. So the way that that's going to work is we're just going to have this, which is technically the diaper part, and you just fold it up. I'm going to fold it in thirds. And then literally all you do is, like, if baby's bum is here, you know what? Let me use Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda! Okay. So you just wrap it up like this around them, okay? And, you know, right here, honestly, I would feel like I may need to fold this in half because maybe, you know, I feel like it might get some leakage here. So I just, you know, adjust it to your baby. Then you take this. This is so great. Obviously, Baby Yoda doesn't have legs, okay? This is so cute. But there you have it. I'm gonna keep this on here. I'm gonna keep this on here and just like set it up on my husband's pillow and wait for his reaction when he comes home today. It's so cute. So that's basically it. It's gonna soak up any pee or even poo. And obviously we're going to be trying to potty train. So wool is the best cover to use. It's naturally sanitary, so even if pee gets on it, you don't wash it. You can lanolize it or hand wash it technically, but it will last a while before you actually have to do that. Alright, so another onesie that my husband decided we needed to get. I just want to make this disclaimer, okay? Yes, I'm wanting to do neutral colors that are solids only. This is the only exception, because if you don't know who my husband is, he is a Tennessee Titans super fan. He's attempting to actually create a super fan identity by using Captain America and calling himself Captain Titan. It's a whole thing, okay? Okay, he has a podcast called Titans Time Podcast. So if you know your husband's into football or Tennessee Titans, check out the podcast. They also have a YouTube. I'll link it below if you want. That being said, we spent a significant amount of money on Titans things. We live near Nashville, so we go to the Titans Pro Shop too much, okay? Okay. We actually ordered this off Etsy. But, born a Titans fan just like my daddy. Got long sleeves because I don't know how big our baby's going to be, but I think I got this in size 03. Yeah, it's 03. So, I figure they're going to wear it. It's going to be in the winter. So, this is actually from the Titans Pro Shop. I can't blame it all on Tyler because he has turned me into a Titans fan. Not that I'm not a Patriots fan anymore. It's just that, like, I'm definitely more so a Titans fan to the point where I'm going to cheer on the Titans unless they're playing the Patriots. You know what I mean? Okay, even then, it's going to be hard. Surrounded by people who are cheering on for the Titans. So this is a 6 to 9 month. My first dynasty. So technically this is not right because this is gonna be their first dynasty. And we actually have another onesie that I think is smaller, but it's pink and it was on sale, on clearance. I was like, okay, it's fine. We bought it the day after we found out it was a girl, so of course we have to get a little jersey. It's so cute. The smallest that they have is 18 months. So, AJ Brown, shout out to you, sir. Baby girl is going to be wearing your jersey first. Unless they come out with smaller sizes. Alright. I was gifted a belly band. Looks very complicated, but I'm actually excited because I know that it's important, especially for a short woman, to have that support in pregnancy and postpartum. The round ligaments that are supporting your belly get very stretched out and thin at the end of pregnancy, so it's important to have a support band. And I'm thankful to be gifted one. I will see how I like this one, but I may get another one. The Haka. Okay, are you even a mom if you've never heard of the Haka? Okay, the camera doesn't want to zoom in, so I'm actually going to try to take this out. So if you've not heard the Haka, basically when you're breastfeeding on one side, you have letdown on the other. This captures all of it and actually like kind of creates a suction or a vacuum. So you fold this back like that and you put it on your boob that's not being breastfed on, and then bloop, and just like suctions to your boobie. It has ounces on there, a suction cup on the bottom so that you can just like stick it to the table, which is genius. And then it even comes with a cap in case I just need to throw this whole thing in the fridge because I don't feel like dumping it or something. Or if I'm on the go. It's smart. I've heard nothing bad about these ever and everything good about them. I decided long before I ever got pregnant that I was going to be getting one of these. Last thing I think that we actually got for baby is just technically for travel. By the way, the car seat, we haven't gotten that in yet, but when I do get it in, I will show y'all. This is called Gorilla Grip car seat cover. I don't know if I want to take it out, actually. It comes with the tag. I feel like I don't want to. Okay, the bag is actually part of the cover. That's fascinating. Okay. So I will insert a picture here of what this looks like. It's just for bringing our car seat up to Boston in December. So that will be helpful to have. And it even has like backpack straps that are padded. So that will be super helpful when we're trying to carry other things through the airport. I will say, like, we get free checked bags where we're flying because we're flying in first class. I think we're going to just be checking that. Like, I'm not going to worry about bringing it. I'll just strap the baby to me and but you can just be sitting on me the whole ride. I don't need a whole separate car seat. So we'll just probably be checking that in. Alright, so now real quick to kind of talk about the health issues. Yesterday I went to the doctor for a follow-up on my liver lab results, and then also how the antibiotics that I was put on for my supposed UTI, how they were working. That's just like, I wasn't planning on being there 4 hours. I didn't have like a whole bunch of problems, or I didn't think I did. So basically they told me that my liver looks great. They couldn't explain why I was having right upper quadrant pain. They never got to that. They said that pretty much like my kidneys are not looking great and that my blood sugar is high. And so they're worried about gestational diabetes and therefore pre-eclampsia, which is fatal to mama and baby, especially at birth. So basically I was told I am no longer allowed to have sugar of any kind and I need to stay away from carbs. So she told me in order to not put your body into shock, you can just slowly come off of carbs, but like you need to be done with carbs completely as well. That was the hardest news for me to hear. Apparently though, like I guess my naivety about this, I really thought like you only got gestational diabetes if you were fat. Like, because I just thought, like, there's 2 types of diabetes, right? I think type 1 is the type you're born with, and type 2 is the type that you get because you're not healthy and you're not taking care of your body, right? I guess I just assumed that I was okay. Like, yes, I'm like a little overweight, okay? I know that. I just, like, thought to myself that I was okay. But it's not connected at all. Like, to get gestational diabetes, you don't have to be fat. I feel like that's a common misconception, and so I felt really just down mentally after hearing that, thinking that, gosh, I've been struggling with my weight all my whole life, ever since I was like 12. I remember being very chubby, and my mom would say, "It's just baby fat." Well, she was just trying to help me. But I've always kind of been a little on the chubbier side. I guess, like, whenever I was a senior in high school, I did cross country and track, and I lost some weight doing that. And that was, like, probably the smallest I've been. And even then, I feel like I had stubborn places on my body that I was keeping fat. So there's that. Then I was diagnosed with Hashimoto'S. This is something I actually was suspicious of before we got pregnant, and thought it was the reason I couldn't get pregnant easily, is because I thought I had hypothyroidism. Well, hypothyroidism is caused by Hashimoto'S. So I'm like trying not to cry. So right now they said my thyroid is still functioning okay. There are antibodies being created against it. Therefore, it will soon be attacked and not function properly, and I'll have to be on medication. And I don't know. It's a waiting game. They're like, it could be 8 months, it could be 5 years before this happens. What's hard for me is knowing that the medication it's going to help, but it's not going to get my thyroid to the exact same functionality as if it didn't have issues, right? So now I'm always going to deal with weight issues no matter what, which is really discouraging. Hashimoto's there's no cure for it. You have the medication to help your thyroid function normally, but like I said, it's not a cure. Thankfully, this doesn't have an effect on Charlotte, but it could have an effect on being able to have future children, since your thyroid regulates your hormones. It's not impossible, it just makes it a lot harder. Some hard news to take. And then I was told that I am a little anemic. My pulse rate has been very high since maybe April. And then, if you don't know, I had a triple infection back in March that I had endured for 3 months of a UTI, a yeast infection, and BV. And that was a very dark time in my life. A couple weeks ago, it came back. Even though I was just having symptoms of yeast and BV, my midwife put me on antibiotics. She saw leukocytes in the sample, and leukocytes can be present in both UTI and yeast, and she just assumed UTI. If you don't know, antibiotics flare up yeast infections, so it doubled my pain, and the antibiotics did nothing. Thankfully, I actually saw a doctor there it's like a doctor's office and a midwife office in the same building, but they're separate things. And so I talked to the doctor, and she said, "I'm not putting you on those antibiotics," because my midwife wanted me to go on stronger antibiotics. And she said, "I'm gonna get a culture to send off to see what type of BV this is." It doesn't check for yeast, but the doctor was like, "It's very obvious that I can tell you have yeast." So she said, "I'd like to try diflucan." Diflucan is a medication that in the first trimester in high doses can cause birth defects, heart defects in a baby. Again, only in high doses. And it lessens quite a bit in the second trimester. It's almost a non-existent risk, I would be so far-fetched to say. And again, only in high doses. Diflucan is supposed to be so powerful and work so well, though, that you take 1 tablet and by the end of 3 days you should be healed. If not, you take another tablet, that should knock it out. So she told me you can ask for a third if the 2 don't work, but then after that, I want you to go back to trying clometrazole. So I'm really hoping this diflucan works. Tyler and I weighed risks and benefits, and the benefit outweigh the risk here. So I actually was offered a mental day at work. I was only needing to watch one of the kids today, and she was like, I don't have any meetings, so if you want to take the day off, go for it. So I went ahead and took this day off, and it's been good so far for me to rest and like mentally recharge and kind of process everything. Charlotte is fine. Charlotte's probably going to be fine. My midwife is convinced that pre-eclampsia is completely fixable by diet, so I will be not having any more sugar and going off carbs, which will be hard because I'm already allergic to gluten. So a lot of gluten-free things have sugar in them. Every condiment has sugar in it. Every dressing has sugar in it. Every sauce has sugar in it. Sometimes even seasonings have sugar in them, and it's just like I've got to eat like plain everything, you know? I'm really trying to be positive about it all because I know that God has a plan in all this. For some reason, God allowed me to be at that office for 4 hours yesterday. I don't know why, and maybe never will. For some reason, God is allowing me to process and go through all this at once. I am, partially convinced that it's to help me lean more on Him, just in general. But also, if you think about it, if I'm going to be having thyroid issues and trouble losing weight in the future, creating a habit of being on a diet where I'm not consuming sugar and carbs, that's probably good for that too. It'll be hard to eat anywhere and do anything with friends around food, but I know that God will help me. And like, part of me wants to think it's a really silly thing to worry about, or a silly thing to even be like sad about. Like, it's food. At the end of the day, I'm doing what's best for the baby, and that's all that matters. Like, I shouldn't be so emotionally attached to food, you know what I mean? But I've always been a bit of a foodie. It's like any food that I can think of that's my favorite, it either has carbs or sugar, and the way that this culture is, I mean, you see signs everywhere. I can't look on any app on my phone and not see food. Even my Bible app, okay? They have pictures that show up their food all the time. You cannot escape seeing carbs and sugar in front of you on a daily basis in this culture, and I think that is what's going to be hard, and I hope, if anything, that it just helps to strengthen my self-control, because that is definitely something that needs to be strengthened, and maybe God knew that too. That's pretty much it. That's what's going on. I'm doing okay. Still processing. I would really appreciate your prayers. If you're still watching this video, go down and comment below so that I know that you got to this point. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys next video.